So, about last night. We're picking up the next night, but let's just remind ourselves about what happened the night prior here at the Viper's Vengeance. While there was some discussion among the coterie at the beginning of the evening, downstairs, Hope's condition had only worsened. Chancie went down to check on her, and she barely seemed aware of his presence. And she took page after page, filling her journal with the same spirals. And despite him asking questions, she was still there, but perhaps not herself. And as she looked around the room using some sort of heightened sense, she offered only a response that perhaps confused Chancie to the slightest, that Elias, her friend, was with them. And her condition worsened, and Carmelo, who was keeping an eye on her, went to examine further after being scolded by Chancie, and something shifted. Her body twisted unnaturally, her eyes rolled back, and she became violent enough to have him try to restrain her. When Declan arrived, he saw this sight of his ghoul wrestling with this salubri. He weighed his own options for a brief moment, staring at the bed, debating if he should take a leg from the bed and stake her there. But instead, he chose another path. He tore pages from her journal, the spirals, in an attempt to maybe break whatever hold they had on her. It made things maybe more violent. She erupted into another frenzy, forcing the two of them to flee the room, and the coterie regrouped, trying to make sense of what had been witnessed. As they shared this story of what happened, Theo made the connection that the spirals Hope had obsessively drawn were identical to symbols found within the Banu Haqim text that he had been studying. And the last thing that was suggested was to give her vitae. The question was who? Whom? Whose vitae, as the casino right now is a bit dry from the events that happened the night prior and the constant feeding of hope to keep her at least somewhat afloat. Chancie offered his own blood, his own vitae, in order to keep her at bay. And it worked. After offering his wrist, she fed and came back to her senses, leaving only her own sadness as she laid in a tears of blood piling below her, ashamed perhaps or sad of what had become of this, what had become of herself. And that brings us to the next evening, though I would ask, and perhaps I leave this to you, Declan, to tell me what, if any, measures taken to keep Hope secure at this point. Obviously, she seems to be back to her normal quote unquote self, but it was a bit of a stir and a scare. Is there anything you as security are doing to better to keep things uh on lockdown, perhaps?
I think after what happened, Declan would have sat down with all of the coterie and just talked about. Well, I can do it in character. It's not a big deal. That door isn't going to hold her for long. If she wants to get out, she's gonna get out, even if it's locked from the outside.
We have to help her.
We do?
We should.
I'll ask the question. Why?
It just feels like something that we ought to do.
And what do you mean by help?
Get her on her feet. Help her escape whatever it is that's plaguing her. Whatever it is that plagued Riley.
Ah, there it is.
So you want to... It's a lot different from what I was thinking, Theo.
And what were you thinking?
I was thinking something a lot more drastic. Not killing her. Letting her out.
Letting her out.
Yes.
You know exactly where she's going to go, right?
It was from my understanding that she was down in the pit of her own volition. If she wants to leave, let her leave.
That'd be killing her.
If I may so say, the conversation in which I'll say I was a part of, though I'm pretty sure she didn't know what was what when she was saying it, was wanting to join a family, a father, a whole bunch of
A
wants
father.
and needs. Yes. And I'm assuming she wasn't talking about the old Theodore over there. Meaning there are a multitude of these individuals that might still be around. Meaning if she's in that hole, maybe they're looking for her. Maybe they show up here at the Viper's Vengeance. So I'm gonna agree with the guy who, shall we say, fixes all the problems. Let it be free.
We might be more aligned than I thought. I also think we should let her go. But we know where she's going to go.
Are we going to follow her? Is that what
Hell
you're
no.
suggesting?
I did not mean for her. I meant there's one of two options. One, I give Carmelo. Sorry, it's been a long day. I forgot his name for a second.
My goodness.
No, it's a forgettable name.
I give Carmelo a couple Molotovs, and if she makes a sound, he throws one in.
A
That was my first choice.
bad choice.
Or
No.
Yeah, I already had the band leave.
two, it's cinder blocks and mortar. That room isn't going to go up in flames except whatever's in it. Two, we open the door. Maybe she has free roam of the basement tunnels.
My tunnels. Where I hunt.
Yes. If she wants to leave, I'm not in the prisoner taking business. It
We
is-
weren't holding her prisoner. She agreed
Exactly.
to stay
This
for the
was her
same
choice.
reason. For the same reason that we didn't want her to leave. Look, we know where she's going to go, and we know what that will mean for her if she does go.
And let her leave. Her out of the picture is nothing but good things for the casino and for us as a coterie. Maybe not the personal answers we're looking for, but if she's out of the picture, the Camarilla doesn't know. She's not frenzying because she hasn't fed in a day because we're bone fucking dry. We don't have to worry about her getting out because we saw she will get out if she wants out. She's much stronger than all four of us combined, probably.
Definitely.
So
You're right.
what
We should let her go. I agree.
I've
You
been
agree.
saying this since day one, that she shouldn't be here. But now we all agree on this.
Open the door and let her go.
So I should remove the Molotovs from under the cabinet.
Oh, no, they don't hurt anything being there.
They are anti-kindred weapons in the casino.
Maybe we'll need that some point.
Fine, they'll be down by the pit.
Wonderful.
Carmelo, you can put the Molotovs away. Declan had already given the Molotovs to Carmelo.
That's great.
That was his planning. He already told Carmelo to make some and have them handy.
I would like if you're on the browse check for this evening before we move any
Sorry.
further.
Yes, we did go
Yes.
right into the next. I
We
didn't
went
know how to
shit,
handle that.
That's totally
shit.
fine. I
Sometimes
just
you gotta slam right into, you know.
Hey,
I
Declan's still
just-
good.
I'm at 3 hunger.
okay.
2
I
hunger.
have succeeded. I'm at 0 hunger.
Yes. Yes.
Because I was bad.
Because I was bad.
I was bad last week.
Somebody's gonna clip that.
Can't you just say it now and Twitch will do it? Twitch clip that. See if
Is
it
that
works.
a thing?
Yeah.
Wait, does
They
it
are
work?
implementing some new features, which are actually pretty
Oh, that's cool.
pretty
Mhm.
cool, actually.
It's like Xbox.
Anyway,
So you're heading down to the pit.
yes.
Is anybody joining Declan? Or is Declan just going with Carmelo?
Declan, wait. When you let her go, I want you to have someone follow her. I want to know where she goes.
I'll
She's-
follow her.
You're going to follow her.
I will take assistance from any of Declan's men, but I will go with them.
I am not kicking her out. I want to make that very clear. I'm going to
Just
simply
unlocking the door.
open the door. I'm going to have a conversation with the girl. There's still information that I haven't received. I'm not
Go ahead.
forcing her out. I am not kicking her out. I want to make that very clear.
I understand. I assume we're going to talk to her. But if she's leaving, I'm...
And if she doesn't want to leave,
Then she doesn't have to leave.
Yeah, then she doesn't... Like I said, we will do what it takes to help her. If she doesn't want to leave, she doesn't want to leave. At some point, though, she will have to. It's just the reality of what's afflicting her.
and what is afflicting her, Teddy? You had a lot of information last night, but in the scuffle, it was all mumbo jumbo to me. Never really got to the point.
I second that.
It's religious connections. I don't know exactly what's going on, of course, but I know what it's related to. This is old feuds, old kindred, war.
We're always at war. Kindred are fucking old. This is nothing new.
And he'll pull out the book and start to pull out some of the passages about this particular war. And he'll start explaining this, and I'm talking out of character here because honestly I don't know enough about what I'm supposed to know in character or not.
That's okay.
I know a little bit out of character, so like above the table, but he would start talking about some of the historical aspects. So I'll let Storyteller maybe jump in and say what Theo would know at this point.
Yes, what Theo would be reciting from this book is essentially the Banu Haqim have been at war with what some used to call a clan, but the Banu Haqim have determined that they're not actually a clan, called the Bali. And they are some of the oldest enemies of the clan of judges. And what it is not the interesting part of this, and as he's reading this, is it's not really connected to the Sabbat in particular. This is something different. This is a manifestation of demonic entities. And one among recovered Bali sanctums, there is one mark that appears more often than any other. It is a spiral, always turning inward. And this... One thing for you, Theo, roll me a intelligence and occult.
Gladly. Anytime you want me to roll intelligence occult, you go ahead and...
Taking a book out of Silas's page.
Yeah. It's 4 successes. Actually, do I have willpower? I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we can regain it, can't we?
Oh,
To do it
yes.
the next day.
Start of
Yeah.
session, regain
Resolve,
your resolve or
Yeah.
composure.
whatever's highest.
Yes.
So Chancie, you're no longer exhausted.
Yes.
Hooray! I'm just hungry.
Okay, 5 successes.
Okay. One excerpt that you are now actually just reading through as you're digging through, and this maybe becomes a eureka type moment for you, is that 3 centuries ago, a coterie of judges pursued Bali cultists into mountains older than memory, and none returned, where this journal was recovered. And it hits you, mountains. The mountains not far from the Pennsylvania area, not far from this city you're in, is a region called the Appalachian region that has mountains older than memory. That kind of hits you for a second, that, interesting. That this is something that they pursued.
Yeah. And so as he would explain this, he would round out with it gives us an understanding of some of their motives now. Something that we can research, something we can understand.
So this Bali shit that we uncovered weeks ago when Hope first arrived, and now we're getting deeper. Is she part of this thing? Is she plagued by this thing? Is she cursed?
I don't know.
The part,
Obviously.
I would say
Go ahead.
also, Theo, the part that doesn't make sense to you is how are the Sabbat involved with this? Because generally the Sabbat and the Bali don't really have ties. They're different
Yeah.
They have very different agendas. So that's where you're like, okay, Riley, was part of the Sabbat, and Hope was part of the same like Sabbat shit that she was involved with. So that's where you have not been able to connect those dots. But clearly there's some tie here.
But yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what their involvement is. But I do know that Riley was also seeing spirals. So there must be a connection between the Sabbat and the Bali.
I have a theory.
Go ahead.
They're both evil fucks who like to, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'm evil in myself. Well, I think we're all kind of evil in our own ways. Declan, don't really need to speak on that. But these motherfuckers are evil as in they want the world to end. So my understanding is Riley was seeing spirals. Things didn't work out too well. Hope seeing the same shit. Maybe we just let her choose her own path. And don't get involved.
But choosing that, we know the outcome. Or at least we can predict it pretty heavily.
An outcome in which we keep making money. We're supposed to be making money, right?
Yes.
Are we changing that up to be heroes, to be knights in shining armor, saving every kindred that wants to draw a fucking circle over and over again?
She asked us for help and we said yes.
And
however you
sometimes-
want to spin it, however you want to look at it, that's all that matters in my book.
It also disregards why I started this casino all those years ago. Yes, I like money. Who doesn't? Maybe I could even say I like it more than most. Obviously. But there are other ways I could have made money. Hell, if I really wanted to, I could have just begged my sire to do so. He could have set me up with a business and, nepotism could have done the rest, right? But I wanted to build something because what I do with this place, especially when it was little, when we weren't making this kind of money, was Theo and I used it as a way to take people like Hope and Riley off the streets. To guide
I'm sure-
kindred who don't have help.
Ma'am, that sounds like a wonderful journey in which I hope you have helped out many a kindred. Problem is with Hope, she's already got a family and she could be off the streets. That family happens to be very dangerous
That counts.
and very what was that again, Theodore? Demons? Fucking demons. He said demons. He didn't say
I said demons.
the what do they call them? The people that can turn into animals or any of that shit. He didn't say ghosts. He said demons. The things that come out of what, magic?
Yes.
Hell.
That one. So what? We just gonna climb into hell for Hope? I'm sure y'all are wonderful people. I also know you're fucking terrible people, and I kind of agree on that I'm kind of terrible too. This is me taking that terrible moment and saying, fuck all that. If Hope wants to go into hell, let her crawl into hell by herself.
She doesn't want to go. That's the whole reason she's here.
I agree. That's why. We want to keep her from those
She's
people.
not in control of herself in those moments. If she wants to go, it's because she wants to have an end to this. And she's asking for our help in that. At least that's the impression I got when I spoke with her.
I think
You
you're
wanna know
right.
the impression I got when I spoke to her last night before y'all showed up?
What?
Well, I don't know. Envision the most chaotic, crazy ass exorcist movie you've seen. Maybe The Ring. Maybe, I don't know, Evil Dead. Just mix that all together and put it in a happy little hope. So yes, she can, and mind you, I'm very charismatic. I can get away with a lot with just words. And her batting those, oh help me please eyes does work on you two very well. But I need you to understand there's more work in here than just hope not being able to control herself. Someone else wants us. And I don't want to be a part of that.
As far as I can tell, you're still in one piece. He walks over and he claps you on the back.
Not the old
You
man
know, if,
clap on the back.
Every time something gets a little dicey, you react like this, it's going to be quite a long life.
A long one because I'm gonna keep myself alive.
I think it's too late. I think you're already involved. If the Sabata's probably already.
What do you
Oh,
need?
it's Declan. What?
No, Theodore. What do you need to assist here?
With what in particular? With hope?
You're Mr. Magic Man. What do you need? Do you need blood? Do you need more fucking books? Do you need to take a trip to, I don't know, what's Banu Haqim mean? Where's it from?
What does Banu Haqim? Actually, I feel like I should know this. I
There
think
is, yeah,
Come
I
on,
forget what
Magic Man.
yeah.
Magic Man.
I mean,
Children of Haqim is what Banu
Yes,
Haqim stands
yes.
for.
Okay, do you, I heard the word, was it Asamite? Where's Asamar? You gotta go to Asamar, go talk to someone. What do you need, Theo, to get her out of the casino so we can continue our business? We have an airport. We still got like 10 million dollars to launder.
6 after
Okay.
the airport.
Okay, 6.
I have an idea of perhaps a ritual I can try that might give us some information. But other than that, we just follow her.
And if she
Okay.
goes into the forest of the Appalachian Mountains, you want to go on a fucking night raid again.
This time we'll be ready instead of chasing after someone who's had a head start
No,
and
you're
was
doing
alone.
You are chasing after someone who we are giving a head start, who is not right in the head and will be alone.
She doesn't have to be alone. We could be close with her. We could do it differently this time. Declan,
Yep.
surely in all your years of experience, you've done a job like this before. This can't be something
Of
that you
cour-
have.
Trying to think. What do you remember from the night that Riley died?
He was having trouble again. We were worried
Yes.
that perhaps he'd have another episode, but he insisted that he was fine. I had business to take care of. So did Katerina. We left. By the time we realized he was gone, who knows how long it had been, he had hours ahead of us. I went after him. At some point, we all tried to follow. We went into the woods. It was deep towards the mountains. Is there anything else in particular, Storyteller, that I might have remembered from this night?
You remember a couple of people grabbing him. Their faces, like you probably could recall, two older men, and they staked him as they dragged him away.
That's all I remember. Cat?
So we're talking at least 2.
2 people there?
Yes. And the way Hope is talking, there's probably more.
I
There
would
were
assume so.
more.
So let me ask you this, Theo. What happens when we follow Hope into the forest where she's probably going to go, and she starts babbling and drawing spirals in a fucking notebook, and there's the 4 of us, well, 3, I don't know if Chancey's going to join us.
Absolutely not.
There you go, there's your answer, 3 of us, and we're surrounded by 10 insane Sabbat members, all hopped up on their wimey-pimey, holier-than-thou bullshit. You're gonna say,
I was
sorry, wrong turn.
I'm hoping that we can subdue her once we catch sight of them. All we need is some proof to bring back to the authority, to the Camarilla, and they will have to get involved. That's the objective.
And how'd you
That
come
is a good
upon
point.
It's-
this evidence? What were you doing
That's
in the
what we're
forest? You don't think Duran's gonna ask these questions? After he told us that they were lupine in the area. Oh,
Well,
just
that's-
following our pet Celebri.
We'll have to come up with a suitable response.
So now you're gonna lie.
Not necessarily.
See, these are the things in war you need to think about, Theo.
War.
It's not that I'm not thinking about them, Declan. It's just that I'm looking at the opportunities that we have in front of us right now. The time that we have left, because I don't know how much longer Hope's going to be able to remain in that basement.
Wait. You mentioned the lupine.
Duran
You
told us that at Elysium, right? Okay, I just want to make sure
Yes.
that...
Well. Also, then I mentioned even if he didn't, Xander did.
Yes.
That's okay. Yeah, I
Yes.
remember
Yes.
you told us from
Yes.
somebody, yeah.
Yes. So we do know about it. No, that's if that's where this demon, Sabbat, whatever business is going on. How would the lupine not notice?
Yeah, did we lose Bijan?
Oh,
Oh, I can
hold
hear
up.
him.
There we go. Sorry,
Hello.
yeah, your camera went for
Sorry.
a second.
Sorry about that.
All good. Let's continue, Katerina.
Wouldn't you would think the wolves would hate that kind of thing, right?
I can't imagine that they would.
From my small
Joy.
amount of knowledge, they hate a lot of shit, yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's like rock, paper, scissors of demon eats werewolf. I don't know.
Eats kindred.
2 things. Sorry. 2 things I don't want to deal with in those woods. Demons and lupine.
Right.
And you probably don't want to deal with a Sabbat member, Chancie. You're too pretty.
That's 3 things. Declan's on to something. Stay our asses out the woods. That's not even talking about when the Camarilla finds out we are in the woods.
Maybe we don't need to be in the woods at all for them to find out.
Thank you.
If they are in those areas where the lupine are supposed to be, where the Primogen suspects that they are. Maybe we need to make sure that that's the work. Remember, Theo, when I was telling you about what the prince has him doing? Do you? He's trying to not. She's waiting.
Yes.
We're all staring at Theo.
Yeah, right?
Sorry, I'm the player. I'm blanking a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm reading my notes and I blanked a bit.
And they have Xander investigating the thin blood stuff.
Yes.
She's just trying to not say that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what he's actually concerned with is the wolves. If we can send the gangrels that way, maybe they'll stumble onto our Sabbat problem for us. There you go.
Or it goes terribly wrong and they think it's a setup. Because you already have. Do they know about your experiences previously with such a faction?
Yes.
Yes,
The prince is aware.
Ah, how interesting. You tell them to go into the woods. They possibly get ambushed by such individuals. Who do they come looking for first?
I'm not going to tell them to go into the woods. He already wants to. He's been taken away from that to pursue something that I think is less of a threat. The whole,
But then what are we going to do about Hope?
Bingo.
I can fix one problem at a time.
Look, I suspect that when we go talk to Hope, she's going to want to leave just to not put us in danger.
Then we should go speak to her and figure out what she says before we consult any further.
So the other night, we watched the execution of a kindred. It's my first one. I'm assuming y'all have seen plenty more in your times on this world. What's the difference between Hope in that situation than that other kindred? Why do we care so much about this scenario?
Hope is... actually, let me ask the storyteller this to make sure, right? They're not... Salubri, they're not like a band clan or something, right? Like they're
just like extinct, essentially.
Yeah, they're just so sought after. It's just that she would be in danger. It's not like we're it's not like she's we're harboring like an illegal.
No, we are.
Illegal. I mean, it's like technically, yes, every kindred who enters the city should be declared,
Yes, but the level of crime of that would be is a little
she's done
like
no crimes, yes.
Yeah, like the fact that she's a salubri does not make that suddenly like a punishable by true death crime, right? That's
They probably wouldn't kill us for it.
They probably are not going to kill us for this crime.
What they do to her remains unseen.
Yeah, they
but
might kill her though.
But
Right.
yes, they wouldn't kill you guys for harboring a salubri for X amount of time.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm any good at my job, they won't kill her for that either. Just saying.
Very likely, they probably wouldn't kill her, and they would use her blood. Yes.
Still not great though.
So yeah, it's not so much that she is such a huge liability to us. It's about what the knowledge of her existence could mean for her. The biggest danger we would be in if someone found out about her is perhaps we'd be a target in someone's way.
Yes.
My apologies. The question isn't whether we're going to get in trouble or not. The question is, why do you care about this kindred getting killed compared to the other one?
What other one?
The one
The
at
one from the
Elysium,
execution.
the one that sired the thin
The
blood.
sheriff dealt with.
Chancie, I think
I think it's obvious we have a connection.
The sire and the thin-blooded Elysium, they did that out of their own choice. Turning a mortal into a kindred is a conscious choice. Hope being cursed or infected with some Bali bullshit. Maybe she did submit to being a host to something that is not unheard of in the more magical realm of kindred society.
We got a bunch of questions and what ifs. How about we have somebody else deal with this situation that has more knowledge on it? What was the individual you wanted me to hang out with so much that you took me away from my party? Why don't I go talk to them, ask some questions, and maybe they have a better understanding of this?
The Tremere.
Sure.
The
I don't
minute
know.
you
What
leave
was her
that
name?
Chancie, that's going to be the hot talk of the town.
You
You
cannot.
think I'm gonna actually give them the information we have here?
You start asking questions about Celebri and Sabat and hell, even Bali. You're going to have a big red target painted on your back.
Seems as though we already do once Hope takes a little stroll through Pittsburgh.
Not if we just cut ties and let her go. And not follow her. And not deal with this. And we fulfill our goals of the 26 million. We get our Viper's Vengeance World Cup here in a couple months with all of the princes and primogens and everything. And we continue on our way.
I like that plan.
I understand you too want some closure. I want closure as well.
Are you sure? You don't sound like you do.
Katerina, last week you were pitching a vice prostitution secret poker game, and now you're trying to save a wayward kindred. You gotta choose a side sometimes, hun.
All right. I'm going to follow Hope. When we let her loose.
All right.
If she wants to go.
I do have to voice that I think that is a bad choice and a poor idea.
Duly noted.
Yeah,
I appreciate your
We've-
opinion.
we have heard. So, the two of you can decide if you'd like to accompany us as a coterie and assist us, or if this will be something that we do personally.
Well, I'm not gonna let you two walk into the forests of Pennsylvania by yourselves again, so I just wanted to
Probably.
voice my opinion.
That's exactly what I'm happy to do. One thing one of my foster parents said, very wise words, is you can't fix stupid. And this is probably one of the dumbest ideas I've ever heard. So, if you will be needing me, Andy has that burner phone, and I will try and listen to it on speaker of your wails of sorrows as you're being staked by Sabat in the night, or eaten by demons, or maybe hell, a lupine walks by and just doesn't like your face.
All right.
There are worse things.
Really? The demons.
Yes.
Like perhaps being alone without a coterie, or with a reputation for having abandoned said coterie when they were needed.
Oh, the guilt routine. I never thought you'd sink so low, Theodore.
This isn't
I like
guilt. This isn't. I'm not trying to guilt you. This is pragmatism. You are not. You are but barely freshly embraced. You have no reputation. You have not many ties other than us in this kindred world. And you have some connections, sure. But it's a rough start, burning a bridge with your first coterie.
Chancie gets up from his seat, opens his arm where where Hope bit him, grabs his wrist. Sire, I don't know what happened. I tried to tell him that was a bad idea. I did everything that I could, but they went after the vampire that bit me, and then I don't know what could have happened. I tried to stop him. Please, you gotta believe me. Think I was born yesterday?
You practically were.
Not a half bad
You have a
acting job.
Thank you. You have a point. But once I give them any information, which I don't want to, but if you play cards like these, there's something different when you tell me that the last child that you had was staked in front of you, that you want me to go gallivanting back to that direction with you. Now, don't get me wrong. Declan, you're good at your job, but you even don't like this plan. So I'm supposed to trust that I won't end up like Riley, off your word alone. Off this time, it'll be different.
Look, you have your choice to make on this.
No, Theo, I think
You're
he is
not-
right.
You're not Riley. And I don't mean that in a, you're no replacement for him or anything like that. I mean, quite literally, you are not afflicted with the same curse that he had. It's just not the same situation. Like I'm not trying to guilt you or threaten you. I'm just plainly laying out the situation that we're in. This is what it is to be in a coterie.
I'll tell you what. I'll be happy to drive y'all out there. Just for the chance to say I told you so when they dragging your ass into them woods.
Why don't we speak to Hope before we make any concrete plans?
A sound logic.
It's a good idea.
Yep, we make our way over
Okay.
to where Hope is.
As we're walking downstairs, Declan's gonna go to Theo. Is that a good book?
This one?
The one that looks about 1,000 years old, yeah.
Yeah, I was drawn to this one.
When'd you get that?
I think at this point, like Theo will take an unnecessary breath and just realize there's no point in like dancing around this, and he's not one to really lie. Theo's pretty, or Declan's pretty much asking him outright, you know. I took it from one of the boxes in the storage.
The relics that
It-
we're supposed to protect and keep secure.
And I needed to look over the relics to know what they were in order for us to keep them secure. And I was drawn to this book.
You know you can't keep it, right?
I know.
So make sure
A
you
book-
record down whatever you need and return it back to the fucking box, Theo.
I don't intend to keep it.
Then use what you can and make sure It's not missing when the Duncerns come to collect.
All right.
Do you have the second one as well, or do I need to hunt that one down?
It'll be returned. Actually, if that other one was Storyteller, I remember you had at the time had hinted that there might be something with that book. Did I learn anything useful from that?
That one was a bit less relevant.
If there was nothing useful, can we just say that I put that one back already?
Yes. Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
That one's been back. It's been enough time. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the only one that's not with the rest of the collection.
Okay. Just don't ruin it.
Yep. He'll put it inside in like his inside pocket again, like pat on it. And Storyteller, before that they leave, like he is going to put the book back in his office and take a few key pages. Can I perhaps maybe like? Actually, yeah. Can I ask you this? I would have probably been taking notes. What should I roll to see how satisfied I am with the notes that I've taken? Like how much would I have been able to have gleaned? How incomplete will I feel if I don't take this book with me?
Right.
Like, can I roll for that? And then maybe that will decide whether I put the book back or take it with me when we leave.
Roll me academics, intelligence, and academics.
Hell yeah. Okay. I have a specialty in the law. Does that apply here?
Law, not so much.
No, not really.
Although it is the laws of Haqim, some would
Ooh! Argue. Let me just make sure I didn't be like a hunger crit. 5 successes.
5 successes.
Yes. And
Yes.
I use another willpower to reroll.
I would say, Theo, you feel sufficiently that you've gleaned through this book enough. And I will say for you, player, that if you, with 5 successes, you can ask me 5 questions at any time to recall something from this book.
5 questions? That's a lot. All right. Here we go.
The face on Chris was like, whoa.
5 questions.
Chris is like,
Wow.
oh, what I could do with 5 questions, and it'll be wasted in his hands.
So if you're like, oh shit, like, did I recall from the book like this info about the Bali or this info? I will allow you to recite from what you have studied, based on whatever things you're looking for. Because I actually feel that way a little bit for you too, Bijan. Out of character, I've given you some details, but I'm open to giving you things that you think that you ask about that maybe can help, that could potentially help advance your studies. So
Cool.
yes, I will give you 5 questions.
Okay.
You can ask at any time.
And I think that would make me feel confident enough that he's not going to take the book with him out and risk that exposure. So
Yeah.
it'll
yeah.
be back with the collection before they leave.
Okay, got it. So you return that, and the 4 of you, I assume, head downstairs to meet with Hope. And we will take a break now, as sorry, you guys,
early break?
you guys
what's-
cracked me up.
What's going on? What Oh, thank you.
About to go
Thank you,
crazy
Ghost.
again.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Ghost. Thanks for the
Thanks, Ghost.
Thanks,
bits.
Ghost.
We'll take a quick break, everybody. And when we return, we will head down to the pit and meet with Hope. So don't go anywhere, everybody. We'll be back in like 10 minutes. BRB. Hello, everybody. We return for our second half of Blood Money. And a quick little PSA as always. Join us on Discord, discord.gg/MagiRPG. Catch up on all of our stuff on YouTube, although this is going to be for the YouTube cut of the VOD, so you're probably already here on YouTube. But we are live on Twitch on Fridays if you can join us. But likely you can't join us because you probably would, and you wouldn't be watching on YouTube. So, here we are. But yes, if you missed it, we have a couple of shows that are ongoing besides Blood Money. Blades 68 is happening on Mondays on our YouTube channel, and The Breath Between Branches, our Wild Sea campaign, is happening on Tuesdays. And more to come down the line. And stay tuned as always for all the stuff that we have going on. So let's dive into the second half. Now, you all head down to the pit, where you see, I assume, I bring this back to you, Declan. I assume that Carmelo is still watching, unless you like gave Carmelo time off and you like did change the guard, changing of the guard. I assume Carmelo is still down there. The locks are all locked up. Everything is like back to its usual.
Yes.
Secure.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I didn't say this earlier, but I thought of this. As an extra security measure, Declan would have brought his shotgun to work.
Okay.
Cool. It's in his gun
Haqim.
locker at his house, his haven, so he has one.
Is it on you? Are you strapped?
No, it is down by the cage.
Got it.
He's not walking around with it, but he just brought it just in case.
Okay.
And you all see it like leaning up, like there's that little security like room thing outside Hope's room where like the cameras and everything. You see it like leaned up against the wall as you walk down there.
You just see a shotgun.
He could put it in the corner, but it's displayed so everyone can see it and see how cool he is.
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
his-
you need to
his cool
know he
shotgun.
has it.
Any modifications on the shotgun? You know, a silencer.
There's no
on it or
suppressor on the
anything?
shotgun, no, but there is a flashlight.
Okay,
Important.
Mm-hmm.
got it.
Good.
So you head downstairs and you see the shotgun, and Carmelo, also guarding the door. He glares at Chancie, and he looks to you. She's been quiet.
No mumbling, no screaming.
No, but the last time it was quiet, apparently she was off in some trance, so I haven't.
Is she's sleeping?
I don't. Do you all sleep? I don't know.
We don't, Carmelo. We don't.
It's kind of like a voluntary coma.
I've heard a little bit of like her getting up and down, but the last I heard was the ruffling of the bed. She might just be sitting there. I don't know if she's sleeping.
Well, okay. Who wants to go in first? Cool. I will.
Okay.
He'll be right behind you.
Declan goes to the door. Creak, latch, unhook, spin. You hear each tumbler undo from the door.
It's a heavy-duty door that we have for
Yes.
Hope.
Theo's braced a little, like just a small part of him is like, she might just burst through the door and immediately attack Declan. So he's tensed up.
And
You
Declan
open the
opens door.
last latch and pull the heavy door open. And you see Hope sitting on the bed. She's kind of curled up this time, very hunched up in the corner, and she has the foldable DVD player up and earbuds in. And she's watching something and looks at all of you.
Hello, Hope.
Hey,
How are you this evening?
better. Thanks for asking. Are you okay?
Right as rain. Besides yesterday, I haven't really spoken to you a lot. You know of me, of course. I'm sure Chancie complains about me when he comes and visits you. But I'm Declan.
Declan?
I want to make it very clear. We don't hold any ill will or negative emotions about what happened last night. You're not in trouble. But we just want to talk.
I understand.
Now, you know that you are a rarity amongst kindred, correct?
Yeah.
And you can't spend your unlife down here locked in this room.
No, but it beats the alternatives.
And what are those alternatives?
Being out there and hunted.
What if I was to tell you that I was going to leave this door unlocked? What would you do?
I feel I've never felt prisoner here. Let that be known. I feel like if I asked 2 nights ago that I wanted to leave, you all would probably let me leave.
Of course.
I kind of, well, I want to leave and I want to face the things that I once faced. But I guess I just didn't want to do it alone.
So if I left this door open, you would be free to come and go as you please. You can face the challenges that you're willing to face. I'm sure some of these people here would gladly accompany you.
Would you?
Yes.
Yes. Hope, we want to help.
I do have a few questions, though, if you don't mind me asking. And we don't need to, like, roleplay this. Did we get, like, any sort of personal info on Hope? Does she remember where she's from, how old she is? Any of, like, maybe a last name, any of that stuff?
Yes, she does give you some details, and I actually wrote this down in her little character, her little character thingy that I have on Notion. Yeah, she remembers she's not from the US, is
Oh,
what she tells you. She was not born here, but she did come to the US many years ago.
does she remember how long?
around the turn of the century.
Like the 21st century?
Like late 1900s.
Oh, so she's old. I mean,
Damn. Riley was friends with an old lady.
Another one.
Which is interesting.
Oh, I was gonna say Chancey's gonna be the last one in and go age before beauty, but Theodore did it.
No,
She,
that was me out of
Have I not been mean enough to all of you tonight? Because every one of you.
Hold up, don't take that out on Theodore. That was me, the player.
It's a bit
You're mad at
surprising
me.
to you because she does look young in age. So she must
Yeah.
have been embraced. Probably she looks like she's like 18.
Yep.
Maybe 17, 18 years old.
And,
And-
generally
yeah.
kindred, yes, some kindred change with the times, but if look
you're-
look at us, like we still kind of live like we're in the 50s. Like we kind
Yeah,
of have
yeah.
that,
And she also, like she's dressed in modern clothes. She has like a beanie that has like a graphic design on
she's
it.
got you said she's got a big hoodie on too,
She's
right?
got a big hoodie. She dressed like a Gen Z kind of person, So she very much blends in with the times. And she talks like she's like a 17-year-old. So it is maybe surprising to you that she is so old. But when she recalls, you do notice when she recalls her past, it doesn't seem... What's the right way to describe this? It doesn't seem important to her. Like her past is just something she's recalling like it's from a book. And it's not quite... It doesn't quite mean anything to her.
Theo would kind of hone in on that. She did that the first time too, and he'd point that at you. The last time we asked you about your past, you also seemed to have a very hard time recollecting anything. And now you seem disinterested. Is that normal? What do you feel when you really try and think about something important from your history?
I think about... I think about the good things. I think about the first time I saw two people embrace each other in a hug. I think about the time that somebody wounded came to me and I helped them. I think about the good
Who was it?
times.
Let's focus on that. Who?
Who? There was a man who was sick. A plague of sorts. And he was on the last bit of his life. We had terrible disease back then. And almost everybody in my town was hit with this disease. Except one man. And I helped him. He got better.
How did you help him?
He was bleeding terribly. And while everybody was so afraid to make contact with anybody, blood, or I saw somebody who needed help. And so I grabbed some bandages and helped his wounds, tended to them, and I wasn't afraid of the sickness. I just helped. And it felt good to help somebody.
It usually does.
Eventually, I remember being on the boat coming here. I remember taking my first steps in this new world. I remember traveling. Then I remember finding people like me. Well, not exactly like me, but like us. A community.
Where was that?
South of here. Believe it was like, if I remember on the map, West Virginia. Maybe a bit east of that. Or no, south. Closer to Georgia. We traveled all up and down.
You say we. Who's we?
She pauses for a minute. I can't remember. Her eyes blink a couple of times.
Yeah, that's what we need to focus on. Why can't you remember that?
Let's see.
Okay, you said you traveled.
Theo.
Surely you must have some.
Chancie,
Yeah.
can you please get Hope a few sheets of printer paper from PD's office?
Sure, I'll go check on Petey.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I mean, why don't you think
think
it's
I
a
know
good
why.
idea? Are you afraid to draw more spirals, Hope?
She nods. I think that's how I got this in the first place.
Is the reason you can't remember is because when you try to remember, you draw spirals?
She nods.
So all the spirals in your notebook last night was because you were trying to help us remember.
I was trying to draw the faces of my friends. And that's when this all happened.
Katerina, can you do that?
Do what?
Dominate someone like that. Not you specifically, but have you heard of it?
To the point where they forget?
To the point where it drives them crazy. No offense.
Similar? I suppose maybe if it was... I feel like it would have to be pretty serious. There are certain conditions you can set depending on the age of the kindred. If you try to remember X thing, then you do this. So it could be something as simple as anytime you try to remember these people's faces, draw spirals. And she would have to do that.
Chancie, do you have a phone on you?
Legally speaking, no.
Illegally speaking.
He takes out a phone, hand it to you.
Hope, would you mind if I took a photo of you?
No, I guess unless you're planning to use it to turn me in or something.
No, nothing like that. I have
Might I
people I can
understand?
contact.
Hmm.
Various members, FBI, Interpol, CIA. Maybe I can call
Do you-
in a favor. 2026, there's cameras everywhere.
Are there risks to that?
I go through reliable sources. This is someone I trust. Everything has risk, Hope. You being here is a risk.
Okay, then. I'm not a La Sombra or Nosferatu, so it shouldn't obscure the image.
Good to know. And he takes out the phone and he takes a photo of her. Chancie, can you send that to the contact email for the casino?
Sure you don't want to shoot it? Make sure it works.
Just send it.
I'm on it.
Thank you. Well, Hope, I'm going to leave this door unlocked. And you are free to come and go as you please. You are free to walk the halls down here. You are free, if you are so inclined to come upstairs. You are a free woman after this conversation ends. And what you decide to do is up to you. Now, Miss Sinclair, Mr. Sinclair, myself, and Chancie, looks at Chancie, have agreed to support you in whatever you see fit to do.
You all feel this is the right choice to make?
No, but we support it. Just because something isn't right doesn't mean you don't do it. We're kindred after all. Is it right to feed on humans? It's our right, but doesn't make it right. Is it right to run a casino, a vice den? Some people say no, some people say yes. We're not the poster children for humanity here at the Viper's Vengeance. All I ask is if you do intend leaving the building, you let one of us know.
Okay. I want to apologize for what happened yesterday.
There's no need.
And
We all have bad nights.
Chancie, thank you for the vitae. I want you to know that I do not take that lightly, and I will not use your blood offered for nefarious purposes of any sort of bonding. Obviously, both parties have to consent to that anyway, but
Oh. Don't mention.
I offer you one gift. And Chancie, if you would allow, I know technically after feeding, we remove the wound, but this is more of a thank you. Something that a salubri can do. She reaches out, and if you allow, she just like gently just touches your arm, and
Wincing.
with a little bit of her own blood, which at first you're like, oh god, she's rousing her blood. She uses one of her disciplines, corpore sano, and this will heal the next aggravated damage that you may take. It will be you will not have to take it, essentially.
We taking aggravated damage soon?
That's crazy.
I'm just saying,
Interesting.
That's
like,
crazy.
just as a and she just as like a thanks for that. I just, just a little added armor, I guess.
Feels brand new. Thank you.
There's a lot of things that my blood allows me to do. Ways to help and heal. And if I should have offered this perhaps sooner, if there's ever something that burdens you, just let me know. I've tried it on. The one thing that I know for certain is this is not some sort of what the Malkavians call derangement, as I've tried to cure my own mind of those derangements, and that did not work. So that's where we must go, to the source. I don't plan to go there tonight, but I think perhaps for the next few nights, if you need me, you can find me at Club Eternal.
Katerina's. I'm sorry.
Why?
Y'all kicking Hope out, so she's going to Club Eternal.
No, we're not kicking her out.
The way you said it was
open.
Yeah.
We
The way you
the
said it.
opposite of kicking her out. We're not.
I'm just kidding. Valentina was kind to me, and I just wanted to talk to her. She came to visit the other night, and I wasn't truthful with her about everything, but maybe she seems trustworthy. Unless any of you disagree.
No, that might be that might not be a bad idea in the short term.
I don't think trustworthy is the right word.
No. But there are worse things.
I will say, out of anywhere in this city, this is the safest place you could be.
I would agree on that.
Eternal is not part of the Camarilla umbrella. Mistel Castillo is a Tzimisce.
I've learned to not judge a book by its cover.
All I'm saying is, she came to see you when she was asked not to and broke security protocol. I'm sorry, I'm still a little miffed at that. I'm just saying.
All right.
Carmela won't let it happen again.
Oh,
But
be
if
nice
that's
to
where you
Carmela.
choose to go, You are free to go to Eternal if you please.
That's what you wish to do. That's the whole point of this.
Just to be clear, if I did want to stay here longer, you are okay with that also?
Of course. Of
Yes.
course.
Okay, you're just opening the door to say I'm free to go where I choose.
Yes.
We want to make sure that you don't feel like you are being trapped here.
Yes.
And we understand
this
you
because-
said
Is this because of what happened last night?
no. Like I said earlier, we see no ill will of what happened last night. But I think we all feel that it would be a little more humane if you aren't locked in a steel cage. Sorry, there's a dog upstairs.
Who let dogs into the casino?
It's the senior citizen hour. They come in with the pets. They run the slots.
Ah,
Okay. I understand. I guess, yeah, maybe it'll be good to just go out for a couple of nights and figure out what I need to do next, which very well could mean coming back here.
I can send word to Valentina that you'll be showing up.
That would be great.
To make sure, what's his name? Reinhardt, or what's her doorman's name?
Mordecai?
Mordecai, yes. Make sure Mordecai is aware of your attendance.
He's a nice fellow.
Ain't that the one that...
She can't remember anybody else, but Mordecai? Oh, Mordecai? Yeah.
Oh, that handsome guy. Ooh.
I think I am done with the questioning, and if you do need anything, you know where to find us. This door does close also, by the way, if you want to close it. It will just remain unlocked.
Okay.
Do you need anything?
I think I'm good for now.
How hungry are you?
I'm better now, thanks to Chancie.
Define better.
I feel fine.
No urges to draw.
No, I mean the constant pang of hunger will always be there, but nothing stronger than that.
I will make sure to check in every evening once I arrive here at the casino.
Thank you.
I have to go make a
The-
call.
Okay. She gets up.
As Declan goes to leave, he's gonna say like, give me a moment. I'm just gonna speak with Hope for a second.
alone?
You're welcome to stay.
Okay.
But yeah, as he's walking out, I would just
Mhm.
do that.
Are you staying, Chancie?
There's a pretty cool club outside the city if you're interested as well.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
And he will exit.
Okay. Declan and Chancie exit. Katerina and Theo stay.
Theo will take a seat and he'll take his glasses off. Well, no point beating around the bush. Declan does want you to leave. But
I had a feeling.
we want you to stay. He looks at Katerina.
We do. We promised you help, and we mean that.
When we spoke before, I told you that I wanted to perhaps pursue these visions that you're having. Find the source in some way. If that is something that you want to do, and you wanted to leave, we would do our best to take care of you. I can't guarantee that this is any kind of safe plan for you. I can't guarantee it's safe for any of us, to be honest. But if you want answers as well, and you want to try and achieve some closure on this, that is something we could do. But on the
help
other
with-
hand... Oh, sorry. Please.
Or help with. There's no guarantee we'll get very far with it, but Theo and I can help.
On the other hand, you mentioned before about what you want to do, what your options are after you leave here, if you were to leave here. And I know that those options seem bleak, and I'm presenting you with another dangerous one. And it would be very selfish and to my own benefit to nudge you towards that. However, I do think that you should have some hope for your own life. That perhaps you might not have to live a life on the run forever. I'm working on some things legally in this city. I can't go into full details with you, but it might be a good idea for you to go to Club Eternal for a day or two. I wouldn't tell anybody about your clan, but it might be a good idea to get to know some people there. And maybe Pittsburgh might be a place that could be safe for you in the future. Maybe.
I would like that. Truly. It would be nice to have a place that I could consider home. So I'm willing to see out what you may be working on, Theo. I don't know if it'll stop the things I'm going through, or it won't stop the things that I'm going through, and I still think that is something we should pursue.
Okay.
But I'm willing to wait things out for a little bit longer.
Okay. And you're sure that you can't remember anybody from that time. This, and you can see there's just a little desperate, like, shot in the dark here. Feeling from Theo. I don't want to tempt the spirals, but
I
even
remember.
a rough sketch could be.
I could maybe recall some of my friends, like Elias and Riley.
Wait, what? What? Did I know that she knew Elias?
You might not.
Oh, what? She just. Wait. What do you mean, Elias? Who's Elias to you?
Elias was one of our friends who stayed with us at the
Us? Who's
at
us?
at the town. It was like a whole bunch of us. And she goes through a bunch of names,
Okay.
and we were all, well, they were all kind of going through the same thing. I was there for a different reason. But they all, like, were at this party, and something happened. And then they were brought into this weird world that we were all kind of a part of. But Elias and Riley were, like, really good friends.
Was he a kindred?
He was, yeah.
Do you know what kind?
I think he was Malkavian?
Interesting. Do you know what happened to him?
He was gone. I didn't see what happened to him, but they told me he was dusted.
To where?
Where?
Yes.
He left the camp at some point, or the town, I should say, at some point, and Riley went with him, and then we were told that he was gone.
You were told by who? Another person you can't remember? When you think of them, do you see anything? A shape?
I see a shadow with long dark tendrils that stretch out. And as they do, they circle into small spirals.
Oh, all right. That's enough. He's gonna try as soon as she says the word spirals. He's gonna
All right.
he's gonna
we'll
shut it
stop
down. He's
that.
gonna, where I think we've hit the limit. All right. Just keep in mind what we talked about, and he'll put his glasses back on and stand up, and he'll open the door and hold it open for Katerina.
She'll very absent-mindedly follow you.
And they walk out.
Okay.
He'll fall into step next to her and ask her, "You all right?"
Yeah. I mean, no, but not at all, honestly.
No.
No. I'm just confused. I don't like it. I don't like feeling powerless. Don't like being able to not get the answer I want.
Yeah, there's a lot we don't know. But in a way, I don't know, Kat, I almost feel like there's some clarity that we're receiving now.
Really? I think we don't know what we don't even know. I think there's still probably so much. I feel like we know less.
No, you're right. We don't know what's going on, but I don't know. I just mean with everything, the casino, Riley, you and me.
You and me.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
things have been off, you know? For a
That is
while.
an understatement.
Yeah, but I mean, before Riley, things have been off, right?
Before Riley? Like before we met him?
No. Before he died. Or was taken.
You think things were off then?
Well, not necessarily between us, but what we're
Then-
doing here, this life, this casino. I mean, you heard Declan in there. You know, I was happy when you reminded us why you built this casino. But
I know
think
it
there's
sounds sappy, but it is true.
No, it is. And 10 years ago, I don't think Declan would have questioned it.
No, he's changed too.
When we were first dating, you know, your ambition, it was very attractive. And it's just not the power and the status. It's not because that matters, but it's because of who you chose to pick a fight with.
I used to pick fights with lots of people.
You
Even
did.
before I had undeath on my side. Got me into a lot of shit, as you know.
Yeah. And then we built this casino.
We're skipping over a few steps, but yes.
Oh. It's just getting hard to tell the difference between our allies and the people that we are fighting against.
Well, I think it's very clear who our enemy is, at least. We have one clear one, at least.
That's what I mean. Maybe helping Hope is our clarity here.
I think it's important. I think, unfortunately, it's gotta be solved. Whatever it is. And maybe we do everything we can and nothing comes of it. Or maybe we die trying to find out. But I think I would rather that than not know for eternity. Or worse, be hunted by the Sabbat for eternity. Really rather not run from another city.
No, I agree with that. He'll nod, and they'll continue walking to meet the others.
Where did you go off to, Declan?
Did Chancie leave with him? I forgot.
Yes. He left around the same time as you. He if you gave him his phone back, he's texting right now.
Yeah, he gave it back to you. Right after he
Yeah.
took the photo, he gave it back to you.
Yeah, so he's just texting. Is he walking with you? Very straight to the point, huh?
Is there
No.
other ways to do it?
Of course there are other ways to do it, Declan. Kinda. If you don't want any bad blood.
Look, whatever it is, I don't want to keep the girl locked up.
Neither do I. But I also don't want the consequences of her being down there either, just as much. There could be consequences of releasing her. She comes back with her family. Or she just vanishes in the night. I gave her options of my own to try and escape all this, but I know when to leave the table. Pun intended. Now, do you need me for anything?
About the other night, Chancie. Look, I'm not going to apologize.
I know.
Does this smart-ass thing work all the time?
It's not a smart-ass thing, Declan.
But this
I throw back what-
this just constant joking, aloof mentality.
It's not aloofness. I'm giving you back what you're giving me. It just so happens that mine is more entertaining than yours.
How so?
Well, for instance, you keep talking to me.
Should I not talk to you, Chancie?
You don't like me, and I'm fine with that.
I
What
never
I'm not
said
fine
that.
with, it's your actions, Declan. You don't trust me, and I'm cool with that. What I need you to understand is I'm not gonna, hop up, and when you say jump, leap to the skies. I'm not Carmelo.
I don't expect you to be Carmelo, Chancie. And to the point of not trusting you, I don't trust a lot of people. Look, you're new.
Hello.
I do my due diligence. I don't know you. Not as well as
And
I
that's
know
fine.
Katerina. Yes, it is. Just let me finish. I don't dislike you, Chancie. Your trust is growing. I know you're a good kid. And at the end of the day, look, I got your backstory when you joined the coterie. I did my digging. Anyone would. At the end of the day, we're not so different. I get it.
That's good to know. And you know what? I will continue to act like this until I see reason not to. But I will take into consideration what you've told me this evening. Now,
It's just how I
out
was
of respect for... Go ahead. My apologies.
escorting you out of that party was how I was trained. Like a VIP. The back of the neck was a little much, but the small of the back is the way to do it. You lead the person, the VIP, out of the scenario, and you protect them. I saw the look in your eye. I knew I had to get you out of there. So I'm not sorry for how I handled it. I just hope you understand that's what I do. And I hope one day, when you do need of my services, you will understand.
You gave your experience and understanding of how your job works. Let me explain mine. I am in, as you would call, enemy territory, trying to create negotiations. I'm trying to show myself as a sort of, shall we say, man with control of some sort of environment, in hopes to have the ones he's negotiating with be reasonable in their past aggressions towards my faction. The individual who comes in after refusing to listen to me, someone that should be a part of my team, my coterie. Not only does he not listen, which already shows that I have less power than I presumed myself to have, but he removes me forcefully from the scenario, showing that I am nothing that I spoke myself to be. So, how much of a very important person do I sound like to you, Declan, in that scenario?
You sound like a very important person to me, Chancie. Your unannounced envoy / ambassador mission to the Anarchs was not known at the time. I thought you were going to a party. I did not know I did not know you were going to make face. If going to Anarchs as an ambassador to extend an olive branch is on your to-do list on a day-to-day basis, this is news to me.
The information that I've gathered from this coterie is that such a task is meaningless. Thus, I did not tell you. So, in the future, I will establish that information. That is on me. So if you see me wooing and being ever so polite to individuals you don't know, just like if you were to take somebody out in the back and we don't see them anymore, just let me do my fucking job.
I can stand by that.
Damn, I'm hungry. And he's just like furiously texting.
And I assume, Chancie, you head off to do your own thing?
He will look to Declan. Now, so we don't have the same scenario as the previous time, I'm heading off to have a conversation with the Tremere. Do I need to inform the others of our coterie?
Can I ask why?
Well, previously, when we had our little spout with the Anarchs, I was told that I needed to do such things. So,
You're going to
I'm showing
see
face.
what's her name?
I don't know her name. I don't remember her name. She didn't seem that interesting at the time, but apparently she was very important for me to leave our party and not just, take my own time out. So I'm gonna go find her.
Okay.
And I'll put on my best grin and tell her to return to the Viper's vengeance and come see a fucking show or something. I don't know. Hopefully they got some vitae there. I'm drained at this point. Fuck is Malcolm? As he's like looking at his phone.
I appreciate you telling me. Thank you, Chancie.
Keep them in check.
I will do my best.
They say they care, but I think they're wishing the past was different.
They do care, Chancie. And that's their flaw.
Well, mine's being a coward, and I take that one very seriously. So don't put me in any fucked up situations in the future. Appreciate it.
I will do my best.
You take it easy.
You have a good night, Chancie.
He will walk out of the casino.
Okay.
And Declan...
You head out.
Oh,
And Declan, what would you like to do?
he's going to go into the office, go on to the new computer that PD had ordered, and he's going to click into Internet Explorer.
Microsoft Edge.
Microsoft Edge, sorry.
Microsoft
Microsoft Edge, yeah.
Hey,
Declan's
this-
looking for
this-
Internet Explorer.
This
We're in
could be
modern
an old. This
times.
could be an old enough. This could be an old enough PC.
Yeah. He clicks into
Okay, so-
Microsoft Edge and goes to our email and gets the photo of Hope.
He sent it to his email. You grab the photo. You grab the photo of Hope.
And I want to call someone, Storyteller,
Who are you looking to call?
a family member.
Ooh. Yes, you.
There is a little problem,
Alright.
though.
Yes.
What time is it in Pittsburgh?
It is probably at this hour, probably like 1
Ooh, okay.
1
they-
a.m.
They are asleep as they are in Germany.
Are they in Germany?
They are.
Okay.
Wake up anyway.
Are they though?
Fuck them.
I mean, that's
you
up
leave
to
a
you,
message?
Storyteller.
Do
Are
they
they
have
not
any
in Germany
goals?
at this time?
No, they probably would be. And you are correct. They would be asleep.
Got it. So Declan will
Send
Pull
an
out-
email.
pull out a little notebook and he will flip some pages. And he will pull out a burner phone and dial a number. A European number, a plus 44 or whatever it is. And he gets an answering machine. And he just records a message. I'd like to order a pizza. Flips through the notebook. Feta cheese and salmon. Give me a call back. And just leaves the message.
Okay. We see Declan leaving a message that will get a response at some point, but not at this hour. Chancie, you walk off and a familiar car picks you up. Theo and Katerina, anything the two of you would like to do as you head up the stairs? Before you actually head up the stair, finish heading up the stairs, Hope runs out. Theo, before I forget, this is... I don't want to try drawing their faces, but this is the list of names of my friends. The ones I can remember, at least.
All right. Thank you. That's perfect. And I'm going to use my contact. I believe his name was Clifford Brown, the police captain.
Yes.
Right. So I'm gonna look up those names, see if I can get any get anything. And I'm also asking for pictures in particular. If
Yes.
they're available of them.
Yes. So you put in that request. So I have a few requests coming in here that I'm just going to make some notes of. Some of the names that you see here, obviously Riley Bennett. She even gives you the clan. Obviously, you don't have to give this information to Clifford. Riley Bennett, Caitiff, Elias Hale, Malkavian, Lena Novak, Toreador, Simone Winters, Tremere, Naomi Bishop, Brujah, Daniel Keene, Caitiff. And you go down all of these names and
Can you send that to me over our chat too?
Yes.
I have that for my notes, please.
Who'd you say?
Yeah, who'd you say?
Did you
God,
just
I feel
say
like I heard a
Simone?
name. I think I heard a name there.
I mean, I don't know who that is, but
Yeah, right?
Whoever that is, they
I'm
sound
sure she's
interesting.
cute.
They sound interesting.
You go through all of those names and you send them out to Clifford to do some investigation. You send out your ring as well, Declan, and Katerina, any things you would like to do?
Yeah, I think so. It has been. I have a question about my resources.
Yes, your resources
So,
that you don't have.
are they? How long are they gone, or are they not gone yet? Because I haven't signed.
We haven't signed the deal officially, as far as I last remember.
We haven't yet.
Thea was still reviewing the contract.
Indeed.
Oh, you guys are redlining and going back and forth.
Yes, we were.
So your resources have not yet been spent. They are awaiting being spent, and they will be down to 0 if you did go through with this deal. They would be gone.
How long are they gone? I need to know.
Got your money in escrow.
They would be gone. It's hard to say as far as time goes. At least this second arc. They would be gone for probably a pretty significant beat of our story. It's going to take a long time to recover. I would have to do some calculating, but yeah, like it would be like a whole arc, a whole season, essentially.
4 pips of resource for a season.
But you got an
Okay.
airport.
Yeah,
But-
that's true.
You have an airport.
Okay, then that changes what I will do. In the area, the last time that when we chased Riley down there into the mountains, are there any properties that Charles owns nearby that I could utilize?
Are there any properties near to where specifically? To
The roundabout's location of where we chased Riley last time. Of course, it's in the mountains, so it's not going to be super close, but she is curious.
Yeah, let me just look at a map really quick and see.
Charles, own anything over there?
How far? How far are the Poconos from Pittsburgh?
Far.
Far. Yeah. Okay. There is really not much here. You got Asheville down south. You got the Poconos out east. The closest thing would be, it would be like a at least 4-hour, 5-hour drive. Pennsylvania's a big state. I'm looking at it and I'm like, yep.
Let's see. Me immediately doing deep Vanderbilt research. Deep Vanderbilt research. What the fuck is this? Who owns this?
Watch, there's
And this
something
is-
like deep in the heart of the Appalachians.
This is my real estate era. I'm getting into my real estate era, my real estate arc. Shit. Fuck. I don't know if I got anything, fam.
And that's okay.
I got no money.
You have no money, but you're finalizing the deal for the airport, which, by the way, Theo and Kat, maybe we can talk offline about just any red lines. We don't have to do it on stream, of just like any unless you want to do it on stream, we could do a little legal simulator, but we could probably, just anything that you guys see in the contract that you're like, we are not going, like if this is like a deal breaker, like we will not sign if this is here, all of that stuff. We can review and make the necessary amendments and make sure that contract is signed if you still want to go through with it. Or if you're like, you know what, this is actually not a good deal, fuck it, then we could also not go through with it. But yeah. We can discuss that offline, and in chat we will summarize the deals for you all, so we don't have to sit here and do negotiations for 20 minutes.
The only thing I will say I will do then. I just realized there was another thing, which isn't a drawn out thing. I would send a message to my Primogen man.
Okay. You
Tell
send
him-
Okay.
I'm sending a love letter.
Sending a message to Xander.
It would be something about hey, we should meet up sometime, just the two of us. And talk more about what you're going through and see how I could help. And if you just need somebody to vent to, happy to, there are other plans that need to be set in motion. I don't have to focus just on this right now. I need to start manipulating men.
Okay, so you send that message out. All right, so everybody has some inquiries and messages that they're sending out to their various contacts to draw toward the conclusion of our session. And as we close out, we end with a scene of Chancie getting in a familiar car that we saw just a few nights ago. His cousin picking him up. DoorDash in the back seat once again. The smells of what is it this time?
Panda.
Some Panda Express. The smells of orange chicken linger in the back seat as he picks you
Someone
up.
got something spicy.
He's like, he just gives you like a strange look. You said you wanted to go to hold on, I gotta look it up real quick. Locations. Thank goodness, guys, I have a notion for all of my notes because there's so much. Cathedral of Learning we're going to. You drive off. This place doesn't, is there doesn't seem like your kind of place, Chancie. It's a place for, smart people. he cracks it. He
You'd
cracks
be
the
right
joke.
on that. But
Is it a girl?
like I not like what you think, but yes, she might have some answers for some questions I have.
Hmm. Well, I hope you
Hey,
find those answers.
you have I know you don't know much about all this stuff, but you ever dealt with, I don't know, some spirits watching you?
Spirits.
Yeah,
Mm.
ghosts.
The only thing I had to deal with was some sort of, well, actually there was one. It was what they call, the Jersey Devil.
Right. Thanks
But
for the help. Thank you, Malcolm. And he gets out the car and slams the door. Like
I was gonna tell you the whole story. Okay. All right.
Yeah, another one of your stories.
And you exit to a area of Pittsburgh that is looks like almost like a university campus, to a prestigious 42-story skyscraper that is off the University of Pittsburgh campus. The Cathedral of Learning, aka the Tremere Chantry. And that is where we end our session.
Ooh, Chancey about to go into the
And-
Chancey in the Chantry.
Chancie and the Chantry.
Chancie in the Chantry?
Episode next.
I'm gonna
next.
learn, y'all.
There goes my next episode name.
Oh my god.
It's like a circa 2011 like stomp folk band, you know?
Chancie in the Chantry.
And then that's where we leave off, everybody. Until next episode, thank you all so much once again for joining us for another episode of Blood Money.
Thank you for all the raids and the biddies and the
yes.
subs and the
Yeah.
gifteds.
The gifted.
Oh my gosh,
On a
I haven't-
Tuesday.
On a
Yes,
Tuesday.
it's so interesting. The Tuesday crowd, we got a lot of raids when we play on Tuesday, because a lot of other folks play on Tuesdays. So thank you so much, everybody, for sending everybody, all your audiences our way as you all conclude your sessions. Hope you all had good sessions. Thank you for the love, the support, the bits, the donos, the sub gifts. Super appreciate it, everybody. Really, really appreciate the support. So we'll be back. We'll be back soon. So stay tuned for more Blood Money. But as always, everybody, don't let the beast win. Have a good evening.
Good night.
Yeah.